Wisdom, the final frontier to true knowledge. Welcome to Wisdom Trek, where our mission is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. Hello, my friend. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your captain on our journey to increase wisdom and create a living legacy. Thank you for joining us today as we explore wisdom on our second millennium of podcast. This is day 1104 of our trek, and it is time for Meditation Monday. Taking time to relax, refocus, and reprioritize our lives is crucial in order to create a living legacy. For you, it may be just a time of alone for quiet reflection, or you may utilize structured meditation practices. In my life, meditation includes reading and reflecting on God's Word and in prayer. It is a time to renew my mind, refocus on what is most important, and making sure that I'm nurturing my soul, mind, and body. As you come along with me on our trek each Meditation Monday, it is my hope and prayer that you too will experience a time of reflection and renewing of your mind. With the celebration of Easter this week, today's meditation has been adapted from Max Lucado's book, When Christ Comes. And the title for today's meditation is, He is Risen. When Pilate learned that Jesus was dead, he was surprised that death had come so quickly. Perhaps he should have been a little less harsh on him, or listened to his wife's message. Pilate asked the soldiers if they were certain. They were. If they had seen the Nazarene twitch, or if they had heard even one moan, they would have broken his legs to speed his death. But there was no need. The thrust of the spear removed all doubt. The Romans knew their job, and their job was finished. They pried loose the nails that pierced the hands and feet. They lowered his body, and they gave it to Joseph and Nicodemus to do what they wished. It was one less task they had to deal with. Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus were both Pharisees. They sat in the seat of power and bore positions of influence. They were men of means and men of clout. They had to witness the unjust trial and convicting of the person that they had hoped was the Messiah. They would have traded it all for one more breath out of the body of Jesus. He had answered the prayers of their heart, the prayers of the Messiah. As much as the soldiers wanted him dead, even more, these men wanted him alive. As they sponged the blood from his beard, don't you know that they listened for his breath? As they wrapped the cloth around his hands, don't you know that they had hoped for a pulse? As they finally wrapped their shroud tightly around their Savior's beaten face, they had hoped against all hope that he would revive somehow. Oh, how they searched for one glimpse of life, but they didn't find it. So they do with him what was expected to do with a dead man. After wrapping his body in clean linen, they placed him in the tomb, Joseph's tomb. Roman guards were stationed to guard the corpse, and a Roman seal was set on the rock of the tomb. For 3 days, no one gets close to the grave. But then, just as the sun begins to rise on Sunday morning, a light appears. Not from the sunrise, but a light within the tomb. A bright light, a soft light. Flashing, hovering? We don't really know. But there was light, for he is the light. And with the light came life. Just as the darkness was banished, now the decay was reversed. Heaven blows and Jesus breathes. His chest expands. His waxy lips open. His stiff wooden fingers lift. His heart valves swish, and hinge joints start to bend. And as we envision this moment, we stand in awe. He is risen. He is risen indeed. Romans chapter 6, verse 5 through 9 tells us, since we have been united with him in his death, we will also be raised to life as he was. We know that our old sinful selves were crucified with Christ so that sin might lose its power in our lives. We are no longer slaves to sin, for when we died with Christ, we were set free from the power of sin. And since we died with Christ, we know we will also live with him. We are sure of this because Christ was raised from the dead, and he will never die again. Death no longer has power over him. And I might add, because of this, death no longer has power over us either. And that's a wrap for today's meditation. Next week, we will continue on our trek on Meditation Monday as we take time to reflect on what is most important in creating our living legacy. On tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you in becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me for this trek that we call life. Encourage your friends and family to join us, and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 1,103 daily treks or read the wisdom journals, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. And I encourage you to subscribe to Wisdom Trek on your favorite podcast player so that each day will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward. Enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.